Quick update on blueberries. We have 3 potted, probably 3-year-old, 3 to 4-year-old blueberries, and they're just your Rabbiteye. I only buy Rabbiteye because these are the ones that I have success with pots, with potted blueberries. So I have Premier right here. This one is Climax. So let me focus in on the fruit. So this is Premier. Okay, the next spot right here, this is Climax. So I just bought one each before. Let me just kill these weeds that are joining in the nutrient. All right, so this one is Climax. So these are, flavor-wise, I would say, very similar to what I buy in the groceries. But these are organic. I just put the citrus stone on these. Same fertilizer I use for citrus. I add an acidifier on them, organic acidifier, every spring. Let me just do a quick maintenance right here. There's a lot of weed right here, and I don't want this eating all the fertilizer I put. And these are fairly neglected other than the fertilizer during spring and acidifier. And they just keep, and I don't even prune this. I haven't really looked up videos on how to prune them, but there's some dieback. They survive the winter easily. There's some dieback on them, and I don't even prune the dead ones. Maybe I should, dead branches, and then they just keep growing, adding. Some would die, and then next one would pop up, and I keep getting a lot of berries. Look at the berries right here. Oh, hi, Caramel. This is the Premier. Mislabel, I wouldn't know. They kind of taste the same to me. I wouldn't know if it's a Tiffblue, Premier, or Climax. All right, so on the label, this is a Tiffblue. And I can harvest this, but I'll wait in the morning. Everyone tells me always harvest in the morning, maximum sweetness. I don't know if it's true with blueberries, but I follow that anyway. It's time because you can see they start dropping fruit, so they easily get knocked off now. So this is Tiffblue. Okay, it is sweet. That one has a little bit tart, not quite ready. But there's a lot of fruit. There's still some that are not quite ready yet. But for basically no maintenance other than spring fertilizer and acidifier, and of course you water them, they just do their thing. I don't baby any of this at all. When I put them here because I don't want the deer, they're closer to the house. That one doesn't want to go. Hey, Fork wants some attention. There's still a lot on the ripe one. So which is good. So I don't want this thing ripening all at the same time. But probably this is an example of pruning that must be done. So if I probably prune this, some laterals would show up. Like I said, I haven't really read up on how to prune properly pruned blueberries. I know how to do blackberries and all that stuff, muscadine and all my other stuff. But this one, since they just keep coming back and they keep fruiting a lot, I just thought I didn't need to. Maybe if I actually prune this, it'll double this much, but I'm gonna back away a little bit. So this is Tiffblue, and as you can see, there's a lot of fruit all the way down there. Climax, loaded also. Look at this section right here. Looks like I can taste some of these. All right, that easily got picked. Yeah, that's sweet, no tart on that one, so that one's ready. A little tug. A little bit more, a little bit tart, not quite ready. Cat's just hanging out here. Premier is it's kind of leaning on this side, but there's plenty of fruits, and there's still a lot of unripe ones. Let me try this. Usually the one at the bottoms are usually the one that ripens first. With that cluster. It's sweet. I'm gonna go in there to see. And there's still tiny ones. I pull back here a bit so you can see how kind of tall they are. Well, that all the way right there is probably 5 feet something, 5.5. And like I said, they're just in these containers. No protection for winter. I just leave them out here. They'll probably be more productive and bigger if I plant them in ground. But at this point, I don't plan to, since they're doing well on just this pot. Because you need to amend the soil for these blueberries. They need certain amount of pH in the soil. And I usually do a mix of peat moss and pine bark mulch and compost, equal percentage, mix them up, and I add some organic acidifier in the mix when I potted these. So then since the Rabbiteye has been we're kind of successful, I bought some other varieties of Rabbiteye that are also fruiting right here, and these are tiny, and I plan to transfer this and plant them probably in the fall. So just gonna leave them in here. And I think these are Brightwell. What else did I get? Mostly Brightwell, like Powderblue. This one is Austin, and these are all Rabbiteye. And I'm just kind of watering this. I need to buy some peat moss before I pot them. I plan to put them in probably 2 or 3 per mineral bucket, like same as the mineral bucket right here. Yeah, that one's a mineral bucket. So I plan to put probably 2 or 3 so they can cross-pollinate different variety in there. The only thing you need to watch out for if you're doing what I'm doing, like leaving them in pots like this, you need to water this almost every day during Texas heat, Texas summer. They dry up quick. I forgot to water them, and I got some dry damage right here from lack of water. But they spring back up once you water them, but you know, you don't want to risk it. So you just got to keep an eye on them. All right, so this one is Brightwell. Let's taste it. It's kind of tastes the same as the other Rabbiteye, just not a blueberry connoisseur. This one is Brightwell as well. Not as sweet as the bigger ones, but they're just, maybe I just need to wait a little bit. These are much bigger. These are, let's take a look. This is Powderblue. Yes, Powderblue. Let's try it. These are much bigger. Oh, that's nice. Very sweet and very ripe. Those are soft, so probably harvest those tomorrow also. All right, so that's our blueberry update.